Hey there guys, so this video we're going to be going for the high-end farming team. This is going to be the turn 1 OTK that requires, exceptionally powerful units and gear, but if you have them, you can turn 1 OTK this boss. So here we go. We're going to have Ling, Cacteria, and Frievia to support while we OTK with Laura, Carton, and Roberta. So let's get in here and basically show off that Carton is still the king of turn 1 content. Alright, so we have no modifiers on, so the whole team is wearing sleep immunity, so the ambush is not really a problem. We're going to start off with Frievia, quad casting Preparation 3 times, and then Frost Blossom for the field. That's going to fill LB as well as put up ice support for the party. Cacteria is going to do, let's see, Big Spirit Break. We're going to do Fist in Peril, and we're going to Barbed Boost on Carton for a big, attack buff. Ling is going to triple. We're going to Human Killer, Reaper Killer, and really there's not much else to do for the last cast, so we'll just do like Celestial combo, because why not? Laura is going to Volatile, Carton is going to Frenzy, and Roberta in the base form is going to triple. We're going to Mega Breath and double Mystic Breath. So once all the casting is finished, we go ahead and chain this up. And this should be a turn 1 OTK, and that's basically how we're going to farm this. And I'll do one more clear. As you see, the boss was decently overkilled. But we'll do another clear just to show, the relatively decent repeatability of this. You can do it with repeat mode. Let me go ahead and do it quicker, and then we'll do one more repeat mode clear, and then I'll show the gear and all. But Carton is the big carry here. As you can see, basically 800 with Carton. The boss has 1.1 billion. Carton did 8. Roberta did 3 of the, and then Laura did 1, basically. Of the 11 needed, we did 12. So we're looking for, well, I'm looking for red pearls. You're looking for whatever you want. But alright, so we're gonna go 2 more clears. We're gonna do one more where I use the reload button to re-prime everyone, and then we're gonna use the repeat button to show how you can just burn orbs with repeat relatively easily. So we've got some ambush stuff, then we got some auto casting stuff, which is obviously a little bit of a headache. So we do this, and once we get the reload for Ling going, we can do that, and then we can chain it up. And that's basically going to be how we do the repeat button clears. Now, of course, there is, true double hand variance, so you may or may not get it if your gear isn't quite as good, but, we need 1.1 to kill it. I'm doing 1.2 and a half, so I'm respectably overkilling it, so I shouldn't ever have, like, a non-kill with variance, but of course, it really does depend on your gear for the most part. And there's another one, and we'll do one more with the literal repeat button, and we'll see if I can get myself a red pearl, and then I'll show you the gear, and talk about some potential unit swaps that may or may not work. I don't know. This team does work. People ask me for, like, what can I swap this unit out with, and sometimes there's an easy swap. Other times, like swapping out like a core unit will change the whole party and just doesn't really work. Like, for example, Carton in this clear. If you asked me how can I swap out Carton, I'd be like, you probably can't. But as far as Laura Croft, like, for example, there's probably a way to swap out Laura Croft or Roberta. I don't think either Laura or Roberta are that critical. If you swapped out Laura, you would have to then use a break on Cacteria. Like, Cacteria's 89% break. So that one was a little bit lower, only a 1.19. But so we still did, 10% more than we needed, which is fine. Anyway, I'll go ahead and show you the gear so you can just see... you break down again. So Carton rolled low that time. Sad face on Carton. No red pearl yet, but thankfully with this one, it's very, very easy to farm, or quick to farm. Not easy, it's quick to farm this one. So here's the team we're using. So Ling is, the whole team is sleep immune. Ling starting in the shift, sleep immunity, Dragon's Brush, Call of the Wild, and then her TMR so that we can quad. That is for Human and Reaper Killer, and that's basically it. Cacteria is using the Obsidian Bracer, sleep immunity. Other than that, whatever. She does Fist in Peril as well as Big Spirit Break, and what else did she do? Oh, and she does a big attack buff on Carton. Frievia is just for ice support. She also fills LB gauge. That way Ling can do both of her her buffs on turn 1. Because Ling with the Paintbrush and Call of the Wild has 15 LB. We need 30 LB to do both the killers. So we're getting 18 extra from Frievia, triple casting preparation on turn 1. That's 18 plus 15 is enough to double killer. And then, of course, the all-in-one ice support package. Aurora Key, Frost Blossom. This does the Imperil, it does the Imbue, it does the Amp, and it does the Field. All in one. Really nice for OTK stuff, so that is one saving grace of Frievia. You know, she can't deal damage, but she can support the party. Lara Croft is using a Greatsword because we're getting Greatsword Imperil from the Leave It To Me card. Again, like I told you, this is not a cheap clear by any stretch of the imagination. You do need strong units to OTK it on turn 1, with this team at least. Chain Cap up from Magisters. She only does 100 million or so, but you know, every little bit helps. Maxed attack, maxed human, maxed reaper. So she has maxed on everything, and she's getting a Greatsword Imperil from the card. Carton starts in the shift form. We're getting sleep immunity from Undying Vengeance. Other than that, here's his build: double hand fist build, classic Carton, Leave It To Me, which does the Greatsword Imperil. 6,800 attack power with a double hand build, and we are maxed on human, maxed on reaper, and he's also got max chain cap up. You know, Carton still pulling his weight 6 months later. And then Roberta in the base form does 300 million, which, you know, is important. We're not getting any kind of spear imperil, so she has no weapon imperil, so that kind of hurts her a little bit for a turn 1 OTK. You know, we're not quad casting, because again, we're not doing any setup, but still, it's fine. So Moonshade Earring is our source of sleep immunity. Other than that, just magic build versus undead and humans. Getting human killer for this card. Once again, not a cheap build. Maxed human, maxed reaper, and yeah, she does 300 million. So swaps, Lara Croft is not really critical. Again, if you're not using Lara, just do a big defense break on Frievia instead. You would need someone else to chain Bolting Strike. Honestly, maybe Esther could be the Bolting Strike chainer with Carton, and then Esther could like just chain a little bit, and that would help out some, I guess. As far as Roberta goes, you could probably swap her out for like Tyvis maybe and do an LB on turn 1. Tyvis does auto buff his LB damage on turn 1 with fire support and all that with his TMR equipped or STMR, so Tyvis might work. As far as Cacteria goes, no good swap for her because we need that Fist Imperil. Frievia is for the ice support. You could probably do a fire version with like Louise and Louise's field and all that. It might work. I really don't know. It might. You can try it. And yeah, there is my turn 1 OTK stuff. Okay, hope it helps those, you know, high-end, powerful farmer guys out there. And if you can't OTK it, go for the slower clear. Okay, see you in a bit.